Hello everyone, welcome back with Daily Devotions with Pastor Peter. Hopefully you're doing okay today. Today we're in Genesis chapter 6, and as we're moving along, we can see that the world has gone wrong. And as we're looking at today, we have seen a world that is kind of going wrong too, with so many things happening. And again, like I said, it stems from here. So let's see what Genesis chapter 6 has to say for us. Let's read together Genesis chapter 6. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and the daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women, and they took any they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In their future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth, for whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and saw that everything that they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry that he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of this earth. Yes, I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at that time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar, inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout the interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and about 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Look, I'm about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die. But I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird and every kind of animal, every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you and be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for all your family and all the animals. So Noah did everything exactly as God has commanded. Another great story. This is not one of those stories that is fake. This is a real story. This actually took place in the Old Testament. As we see, every culture has a story of the flood. But, people ask different questions about, whether or not who are the sons of Naphtali, or who are the Nephthalis, who are the giants and the sons of gods and daughters of man, and all these things. I'm not going to go into that, except I'm going to go into this part. How did Noah know that God was going to do this? And the basic answer is it required him to walk closely with God on a daily basis. And I think it required him to do that daily because he was the only pure person at that time. And when it comes to influences, what is around you will influence your actions to be a certain way. And what did Noah have? He had everything that was wickedness, but he had God closer, to the point that he understood what God wanted him to do in this sense. And he saw God's heart. He saw God's sorrow. God chose him. And God chose him to do the work. Now we're going to go into a little bit more about the work, and we could go into a few different things. Here's a few side notes. Some of us wonder, if this was the case, how are the animals able to go into the ark? How are the dinosaurs able to go into the ark? Were dinosaurs real? Did they go in the ark? And the answer for that is it's possible that they got baby versions of dinosaurs, elephants, big animals, and brought it in. Extinction didn't happen to these animals. Could be later, or God could have decided to extinct these animals at this time too. We don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. They didn't keep records and scientific documents like we do now. However, what we do know is that God did this and decided to save man. He was sorry that he created man. I mean, it must have been pretty bad for him to be sorry that he created mankind. But he chose to keep Noah, to continue on with what he planned for, which is the coming of Jesus Christ later on. And it was a reset. And what I keep on saying to everybody, the fact that we're alive today and we're breathing is by the grace of God. Because if God wanted to wipe out Adam and Eve, he could have and ended it with that. But then he let mankind live. And he gave us a second chance through Noah. If we're breathing right now, it's because we had that second chance through Noah. And we're able to exist all the way to this point. So the fact that we're alive, we should give thanks to God. No matter what circumstance we're in, God allowed us to exist and allow us to experience beauty and sorrow and everything in between, but the opportunity to come to know him, to be saved, and eventually to enter in the kingdom of heaven. That's why you exist. That's why I exist. To be in a relationship with God, but also to share him with others. My friends, that's why we are alive. That's why we exist. And if you think about Noah's story, it's a second chance that we have. And the fact that we're breathing is a gift from God. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.